Hey Tikis, okay, today we're doing a dripping diamond galaxy mini. I really hope you like it. Let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with a white base on all of my nails. Of course I'm using OPI's Alpine Snow, my favourite white polish. So the rest of the polishes are all from China Glaze. The first is I Got a Blue Attitude, the next is Bahamian Escape, and then we've got two Yacht Too Handle, which is one of my all-time favourite China Glaze polishes. Then we've got That's Sure Bright, and finally a hot pink, which is called Bottoms Up. Start off on the middle nail, and I'm going to create a galaxy using some ripped up pieces of sponge and the China Glaze polishes. Now you don't need to be too fancy with this. Don't, like, literally, this is not a precise process at all at this stage. We're just using these polishes and then dabbing them or dabbing them on the nail in a however you like. It doesn't really matter at this point. It really doesn't. Just smudge them on, and then we'll get on to the next step. If you have your colours on, you can then come in with some white acrylic paint and just add some little dots all over your nail. And this is sort of to signify stars, or to represent stars on your nail. Next step is to add the diamond, and I'm just using white acrylic craft paint and my fine detail brush, which is the Maxi from Stylish Nail Art Shop. Once you have your diamond design done, you can then add some more galaxy-ish elements to the middle of the diamond. So like, for instance, I'm adding a star to one side of the diamond. So the next step is to fill in the space around the diamond. So everything except for the diamond is going to get filled in with white. I'm using white acrylic craft paint for this. You can use polish, but I find that using acrylic craft paint is, one, easier, two, easy to clean up any messes that you make. But yeah, it's going to take a couple of layers to build up a nice opaque look around the nail though, so just beware of that. Even doesn't matter what type of acrylic craft paint you're using, it's going to take a couple of layers. Now make sure that each layer is completely dry before starting the next. And once all of your white acrylic craft paint is completely dry, what you can then do to clean up any lines is dip a brush in some isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol, and you can use that to clean up any lines that you think are not as pristine as you'd like them to be. I could scratch the paint off, but I find that I have a much more control using a brush dipped in some isopropyl alcohol. The next step is to add the drip lines coming off of the diamond. Now to do that, I've dipped my orange wood stick, or the pointy end of my orange wood stick, in some isopropyl alcohol and just very gently prising away some of the white acrylic craft paint to create a drip. Once you've created your drips, you can then come back in with some more white paint just to clean up your lines if you're feeling OCD that day. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have bothered, but I was feeling a little OCD about it on this particular day. Now at this stage, I felt as though the galaxy in the background needed to be a little bit more muted, so I added some more white acrylic craft paint using a tiny ripped up sponge. Not really necessary in the end, I don't think, but at the time that's how I was feeling, so that's what I did. Now, I felt as though my galaxy in the background needed a little bit of extra sparkle, but I didn't want the sparkle to be on the white surrounding the diamond, so I decided to add a little bit of I&M Nails Northern Lights Hollow Silver top coat, and I just use a fine detail brush to do that. Now, once everything was completely dry, I added a coat of course, Seche Vite, as per usual. Now, Seche Vite does a really good job of smoothing out a lot of acrylic craft paint like I have in this mani, so that you know, it's obvious that I was going to use that. Moving on to the ring fingernail, I had this idea that I was going to do kind of like a ripped galaxy. I don't know why. I really don't know. I wasn't 100. I'm not. Look, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure that this was a huge success. I'm going to try and do it a little bit differently next time, like I do a ripped galaxy. But for this one in particular, I used some Simply Peel from Bliss and covered at least a half of my nail with it, and then went back in and did a sort of sponging galaxy on that nail, and then yeah. Once you've done that, you then rip off the Simply Peel or the liquid latex, and you've revealed sort of like a ripped galaxy. I don't think I was 100% successful with this particular nail, but hopefully you get the general gist of what I was going for. Of course, to mimic the galaxy on the diamond, I decided to add some more of that hollow top coat from I&M Nails. And then a final top coat and you're done. Of course, I'm using Seche Vite, as per usual. And that's it for this one. I really hope you liked it. I really loved the dripping diamond nail in the end. The other one, not so much. I'm going to try and do that in a better way some other time. But anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing. And thanks for that delicious thumbs up. Bye.